If your moral philosophy begins with lobsters, I have questions. I have been implored, mind you, by several reasonable souls to give Jordan Peterson a fair hearing. You'll find something in there, they say, eyes glittering with evangelical hope. He's not all bluster and YouTube sermons. And so, with the weary goodwill of a man about to read the collected speeches of a toaster, I have opened 12 Rules for Life, an Antidote to Chaos, a title that promises both paternal advice and pharmaceutical relief. Today's reading begins, as all serious philosophy should, with lobsters. Yes, Peterson's opening salvo, Rule 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back, wades directly into the tide pools of marine biology. Page 1 offers us the image of our moral condition as crustacean. Quote, lobsters have more in common with you than you might think, particularly when you are feeling crabby. Ha ha. The ha-ha is all Peterson, half professor, half dad joke, the kind of man who believes a pun might soften the blow of a biological determinism so cold it could refrigerate the Atlantic. The gist is this. Lobsters have hierarchies. They compete for territory on the ocean floor, and the victors grow chemically confident. Their serotonin levels rise like the Dow Jones in a bull market. The losers, meanwhile, slump into depression, their posture collapsing, their nervous systems marinating in defeat. Therefore, says Peterson, stand up straight. The biological imperative to dominate, he argues, is embedded in us as deeply as in the crustacean genome. To deny it is to deny evolution itself. Now, there's something almost sweet about this vision of human aspiration. Our lofty struggles reduced to the slow-motion brawls of lobsters in a tank at Red Lobster. It's as if the entire human condition, from Plato to punk rock, could be explained by claw angles and serotonin uptake. The move is both comic and grandiose, a kind of Darwinian burlesque. But one must give Peterson credit. He has an instinct for metaphor, lobsters, and territory, he begins, and what follows is not so much science as a parable of anxiety. The ocean floor is his existential stage, chaos above, danger below, and a fragile shell of self in between. He's writing, in truth, about the human longing for stability. Quote, they want somewhere secure, he notes, where the hunting and gathering is good. They want a home. And who doesn't? Even Marx's species being needs a warm rock to hide under. The trouble, as any student of philosophy will tell you, lies in the leap. Peterson's argument vaults from description to prescription, faster than a lobster fleeing the pot. That lobsters do something becomes proof that humans ought to. This is the old is-ought fallacy, David Hume's quiet ghost haunting the seafood buffet. Hierarchy, we are told, is eternal, even sacred. Any attempt to flatten it is a war against nature itself. Peterson writes as if he's discovered original sin in the animal kingdom. But to argue that our social structures mirror those of lobsters is a bit like saying our city planning should imitate the geometry of beehives, or our love lives the mating habits of squid. It's not that biology is irrelevant, it's that it's not destiny. The lobster, for all its admirable posture, has not composed a sonata or written a constitution. It has not wrestled with the Sermon on the Mount. Its serotonin, though chemically similar, has never wondered whether it's good. And yet, there's a strange poetry here. Stand up straight with your shoulders back, he says, as if posture were a moral act, a gesture of defiance against entropy. Peterson's vision of the world is tragicomic. Everything is chaos, and your only defense is the straightness of your spine. His metaphor wants to ennoble us, to say that the stance of the body can resist the abyss. It's practically existentialism with claws. But the subtext, I think, is less Nietzschean and more managerial. Stand up straight becomes shorthand for accept the pecking order. The strong deserve confidence, the weak should evolve. It's natural selection as self-help. As Trevor Corson's The Secret Life of Lobsters, 2005, notes, these animals do indeed form hierarchies, but hierarchies change. Losers can molt, grow, and return to the fight. Even lobsters, it seems, can reinvent themselves. Peterson misses that little evolutionary optimism. His version of the lobster world feels rigged in advance. An oceanic meritocracy with God as HR director. Still, I find myself half beguiled. There's something ancient and biblical about the scene. The bottom dwellers scrabbling for territory, chaos above, death raining down. It's Genesis rewritten for the seafood aisle. And though I bristle at his moral biology, I can't deny the allure of this myth making. He's trying, in his way, to retell the human story after the death of God, to make serotonin our new scripture. So I will continue in the book. This is the first dispatch from the Peterson trenches, a good faith attempt to understand what draws so many to his stern Canadian parables. Perhaps as I move beyond Lobsters, I'll find the deeper wisdom his readers promise me. For now, I'll leave you with this. Peterson may not be wrong that posture matters, but it's not your shoulders that make you human. It's the fact that you can choose when to bow. This was a commentary on page 1 through 4 of the book.